How's everyone doing today? It is freezing. I said I'm gonna close my eyes for 10 minutes, y'all. I was gone. I was gone for 45 minutes. I'm good. I'm just tired. I woke up. Let me tell you, I was super late to work. Oh my God, were you? Wait, did you get snow, Gypsy? I don't know if I already asked you that. Oh, the ice wasn't, yeah. That's what I'm saying. The ice is a pain in the fucking butt now. That's the problem now, is the ice. That's why we got a lot of snow, but we got some ice too. But that's why this one girl she had made this video. I guess she's trying to be funny. She's like, about people that bought out the supermarket, blah blah blah. She's like, for one day of snow, and I'm like, it's not really one day of snow. Yeah, it may only just be one day that it snows, but the following days are also like days that you may not be able to get out the fucking house. Yeah. How cold is it over there though? Oh my God. Um, that's so crazy. Oh, 35 is not bad compared to like 20 something. Alright, I'm gonna get started in a second. I woke up really thirsty. Oh yeah. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Because power outages in the winter have to be terrible. I mean, power outages are terrible either way. Power grid went out. Oh my God, that's crazy. Alright, let's see. What do I want to use? I'm gonna probably add some oracles to this, only because I don't know if we can get anything different. If I don't get anything, they'll see. Let's just see. All right, what are the Libra's current feelings towards? Yeah. What are your feelings towards Gypsy? What are the Libra's feelings towards Gypsy? Hi everyone, welcome in. Like the stream. Paid readings are open. The Judgment, the Six of Wands. The Six of Pentacles reversed. I don't even think it's a thing that he's not positive. I just feel like it's not really him, it's you. I'm gonna keep saying that because you're the one that's like the creator of your reality. So you keep manifesting someone that's not ready. So there's something that you still are holding on to, and it could be like, this is why I say being mindful of like conversations and like, yeah, look, see, someone that's just not mentally ready. He's in conflict. With like conversations you're having with even friends, because see, friends, they're always going to protect us, but they're not always the most positive. They're not always going to be the most, give you the most positive insight, right? Let me just do this. So even if you're hopeful, they'll probably be like, well, yeah, he's never going to change, or like they just have their own image of him, so they're going to, especially if you're continuing to talk a certain way about him, it's he's gonna keep showing. He has no choice. Like, it's life has no choice but to show up the way you see it. So I don't feel like it's that he's in a negative space. He's just in a, I'm still working on myself. I'm not really ready to give to you what you're wanting. Because yeah, see, like even here, like I also feel like with the Judgment and the Six of Wands, like he enjoyed that you reached out. He did want to hear from you. There is a little bit of a, I like the attention that you give me here too. Even though I'm not really ready to reciprocate it, because that's coming up again. Not ready to reciprocate. Um, Show me more. No, I was just giving you examples, but this is the thing. If you have a certain belief about him, again, look, waiting. There's something that you are, there's a belief that you have either when it comes to him or relationships. Like I was just giving you examples that you're holding on to still, that it's just repeating. Even like that, like saying that you feel stupid for being hopeful. Why? You shouldn't feel that way. But yeah, I feel like still in conflict of finding change. I feel like he's gonna still be waiting. It's almost like he's letting, because for me, the Wheel of Fortune is talking about fate. So with the Three of Wands there, it's like almost like, I feel like with the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and Three of Wands, he's like, this is too mentally overwhelming, or I'm overwhelmed mentally in general. I'm just letting things flow and waiting. Like he feels like if it's meant to be, it'll just happen. um I feel like he's waiting to feel more balanced too. He could be one of those people that believes in, like, again, if it's meant to be, it'll be, or like perfect timing. Maybe it's the wrong timing for him, but I do feel like I want to see something here. How are you feeling? What is this? Like the Knight of Swords came out again. I put it back in. It's like there's, hold on. The Four Cups. See, I feel like that energy is coming up again. He knows if he rushes in, he's only gonna be able to offer you crumbs. And even him right here, like I feel like this Four Cups is him rejecting any offer that comes in. And he's just like, I'm just here. I need to reflect. I need to meditate. I need to contemplate before making a move. Yeah, like he's juggling. I don't really feel like he's juggling options. I'm getting more like priorities. There's a lot going on that I feel like when it comes to love, because the cups are from your emotions, love, he's kind of rejecting love right now. So it's almost feels like he's not interested in anyone romantically is what I'm getting. And not that he doesn't want, like, he doesn't have feelings for you, he's just not interested in like building just yet. He's like trying to juggle his priorities. And like I never noticed this in this Two of Pentacles. That's funny. You see the waves, like it just feels like it's a up and down for him. Like he's in a almost like a roller coaster ride. When one minute he wants this, the next minute he doesn't. The next minute he wants this, the next minute he wants something else. So I feel like until he is more steady, like mentally, he won't take actions coming up again. So it's like I feel like he enjoyed that you reached out. um Clarify the Six of Cups reverse. The Four of Wands reverse. Yeah, see, I think that he knows he doesn't have anything to build on with you. Like, so this feels like, yeah, look, look, the same cards. I feel like he's still in this waiting period because he's showing up as a man that's just not ready for commitment. And I feel like with this Four of Wands being reversed, there's like lack of root. So it's almost like, you think of the tower. The tower is there because the tower moment happens because it was never built on a strong foundation. So I feel like he's well aware that no matter what, like if he starts to build, like if he were to enter like communicate, like more communication with you, or even like try to bring something romantic towards you, it's not gonna be from a strong foundation. So he's kind of waiting for, again, for the right time. It doesn't have anything to build on with me. Yeah, he feels like he doesn't have a strong foundation. Like, and now it's not about you. I think you take it personal, Gypsy. It's not about you. It's about him. It's not that you lack anything. He's the one that's acknowledging that he does not have what it takes to build a strong foundation with anyone, I feel. Because again, I do feel like he could have maybe other women that have come towards him, but he's rejecting all offers. Like I feel like he's not juggling anyone. He's just rejecting anything that has to do with like building a relationship. He's not doing it. Like he's just like, no, I just don't have it. So it's, again, it's not you. I know that's cliche, but it's not you, it's him. He has lack of root. He doesn't have, it's almost like he could say, well, here, let's talk, but have no expectations. But that's not realistic. Um so yeah, that's what I'm getting. I feel like he just, yeah, I feel like when it comes right now, like with love, it's like he's trying not to focus on it because I feel like he just doesn't feel ready. I have a crush on this girl and she likes me too, but when I text, she just views and don't respond. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you want a reading, paid readings are open. I'm not doing free readings. Um, yeah, yeah. Just change your mindset around it. Your mindset is honestly like is was you're the creator. So if for me, like I said, your experiences are from you. So even like that, like those, that kind of like energy to me is like you already have the expectation that he may not come through. So it's still leaning towards a negative mindset. And I'm just seeing from the outside looking in, and from my practices, what you say is powerful. So, yeah, I feel like he knows that too. You just gotta, like I would say, just manifest a completely different version of him that's not this. You're welcome. If you change your mindset around it, you'll see results. Trust me. Oh, that hurt. I thought I was so positive. Yeah, but you did it. But you. So this is what I was saying. You did it for only. You did it. How can I say it? You're not giving it enough time for that to change, because I'm gonna put it like this. I don't know how long you've known him or how long you've been dealing with him, but I'm just gonna throw out a number, just as an example. If you've been dealing with someone for 3 years, right, and 3 years it's just been an up and down roller coaster, the only reason why he's still showing up the opposite way of what you're wanting is because you haven't impressed your subconscious mind. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me, Gypsy. All right, so the only reason why he's still showing up incomplete, or like, think about it as a toy, right? Or when you send back your phone and you're getting your phone fixed. I don't know why Spirit is asking me to put it this way, right? Let's say you send your phone back to get fixed. You can go 5 days in a row, and they may still not have it ready. It may still not be ready, right? So you haven't impressed your subconscious mind enough with the new story, whatever that story is, for there to be change. And that's just what it's showing you. So it's like, you could be thinking positive as long as you want, but you have to let things naturally unfold the way that they're supposed to. It's a journey. It's not just I'm gonna think positive and be in positive vibes all day, and um do these little things, because at the end of the day, even me, as someone that's subconsciously manifests things pretty fucking easily, I fall back into old habits. So you just haven't impressed your subconscious mind enough. Because like I said, if you've been dealing with someone for for however long, but your mind is still remembering the past. So you have to make sure that, like, what you have to do is forget about what the fuck he's doing. And this is why I tell everybody, like, all that, like, you have to do it from a place of, I know this for a fact is mine, and not from a place of, let me see if it's working, because that's what it is. Like, even you reaching out, like, I'm gonna tell you something. When you're manifesting in a subconscious way, in a subconscious way, yeah, you don't have to look for shit, because it's gonna come to you. You don't have to move a finger. Like, you don't have to reach out to them. You don't have to do anything. Your subconscious mind you haven't impressed your mind with whatever new story it is. I don't know how you're manifesting. I'm just using how the terms that I would use with myself or like my people, but you just haven't impressed your subconscious mind with that new story long enough for there to be results, especially the results that you're wanting. Hi Sarah, how are you? All right. Hi everyone, welcome, and please make sure you guys like the stream. Yeah, Spider Purple, I told you I'm not doing free questions. You can donate if you want me to check and see. I'll gladly check for you. All right, so Sarah, I got your question. You're welcome. I'm gonna get started. Let's see. All right, what are B? I'd like to know what B the Capricorn thinks and feel. Okay, let's see. Wait, I'm so idiot. That's why she ignored me. And that I need to. No, don't say that. No, that's not. Don't call yourself an idiot. I'm sorry. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I don't know why I read that in my nephew's voice. Like, what the heck? Oh my god, I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. Why would you put the dead emoji there too? I think that's funny. All right, the Two of Wands reversed. What do you think and feel? The Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Wands. Oh my god, I didn't mean to laugh. Oh my god. The Queen of Pentacles. I feel like he views you as someone that's very secure, very nurturing, very balanced. I'm definitely getting like friendship vibes. Like more than anything, like co-worker vibes is what I'm getting. Um, Show me more. The Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's giving like co-worker friendship vibes. Like you're cool. I feel like he's also someone that's there to just work. He's there to like do what he needs to do. So he may be like in a place where he's not really like, let me just get more cards because his energy definitely gives me, yeah, the Three of Swords. Yeah, he's very disconnected. I want to say very disconnected when it, like, I guess emotionally, in general, like when it comes to work, he's just there to do his job is what I'm getting from him. He's focused on his money. I feel like he enjoys his job and he tries to like stay level-headed, maybe not get too caught up in any like co-worker or colleagues like friction or something. I don't know if he's like seeing that people have like been like where there's been drama. I feel like he's someone that gets a lot of attention, but he's very detached when it comes to that. Yeah, you see, I feel like exactly what I was getting with this. Like, he gets a lot of attention from a lot of different women, but emotionally, he's detached. Like, I feel like he's one of those people that's like, I'm not dating or like getting myself all caught up in like with a coworker. I'm just here. I want to just do my job. I want to give my praises to people. I want to receive them too. Um, but I feel like he could also be involved already romantically. Um, yeah, I feel like he's involved romantically. Show me more. The moon, yeah. See, and also too, I feel like he keeps work and private life very separate. Again, you're showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, so there's admiration. There's a sense of like you being a hard worker, handling certain situations, especially with the Ten of Wands, that could be a bit overwhelming, but you handle them with grace. You take your time. I feel like he's may have also heard like good things about you. Um, I want to clarify something here. Hey, Jess. Clarify this. 3-1. Oh my God, yeah, the Three of Pentacles again. Yeah, so I'm definitely getting, um, more than anything, co-worker, colleague vibes. I enjoyed speaking to her. I enjoy working together with her. He feels like you guys work together pretty well. What is this Nine of Swords back here, though? What is that? Okay. Yeah, he's focused on some goals and like financial opportunities. Yeah, look, the two of Pentacles. So I feel like right now he's multitasking. I don't know if he has like another job or like another career that he does. Could be like a side hustle where he kind of like is just focused on that kind of growth. And I do feel like there could be someone in the picture already, like romantically. Show me the moon. The Four of Pentacles reversed. The Devil. And the Ace of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's someone he's attached to. For sure. I don't know. For some reason I get there could have been past drama with coworkers. There's something about him, he set boundaries with a coworker before. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. All right, no problem. In the meantime, I'm gonna do Gypsy's yes or no. Gypsy, you could post your yes or no. I wear my tongue like on the side. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm really like trying to break old habits, y'all. All right. So yeah, yo, I was gonna send you a message like not even last night, like around 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yo, not me saying I'm gonna go to sleep early. I kind of did, and then like I did my letters, and I wanted to finish them today, my command letters. And I was like, I'm gonna get up early. Girl, why I got sick from my stomach around 4 o'clock? I mean, vomiting so bad. And I've been like, I've cut down on like eating because, I'm trying to get summer ready. I'm trying to get bridal carried. I'm getting ready for my wedding, y'all. And girl, it was crazy that I was like, oh my God. And I was like, you know what? It felt like a fucking purge because I had nothing left in me. Waited until he got back to working. He was in the hospital and then waiting to get cleared to go back to work. Okay, let's see. If he was waiting to get back to the hospital for what? Let me just make sure I'm answering this correctly. Yeah, you see how quickly like your readings reflected you. So they were positive before because they were reflecting you and like where you had your energy at and how he was gonna show up, right? But as soon as you reached out, you got in your head and you kind of your energy changed. And that only happens when you haven't impressed enough, because I'm gonna tell you something. The last few days, I ain't gonna lie. Saturday was a rough one. Yesterday was like it wasn't as bad, and Sunday wasn't as bad as Saturday, but I really wasn't in 100% like in my in my energy. Like I like to be like very level headed, and my readings reflected completely opposite. So that I'm like, oh, okay, that's how I know like I've impressed enough where it's not changeable that easy. You mean like if he was waiting until he got back to working to reach out to you? All right, let's see. Was he waiting for that, Spirit? I don't know. I heard you say that he's been blowing up your phone since you reached out to him. Do you see how easily I changed that story? That's how you have to do it. Like you can't fold it back into the old habits. He don't need to wait for nothing to reach out to you. But I'm gonna answer your question. Is that it, Spirit? The Wheel of Fortune. He is definitely waiting for something to change with the Seven of Swords reversed. Yeah, look, the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles is here literally signifying work. And I feel like something could be going on here where he's not getting clarity. Why is the Seven of Swords here? As a matter of fact, I'm going to clarify with the other deck. Like, you see how quickly I changed that story? And that's hard to do, but I'm just saying. We're going to say that it's easy to do. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. There could be some worry. I'm also getting too. Yeah, his money could be really slow right now, like stability wise, and it does have him in his head. I don't know if he it's something with timing. Timing keeps coming up for him. So I don't know if he was supposed to go back by a certain time, and then now that got extended for a longer period of time. But it does feel like that's a reason for why maybe he was waiting to, like, once he was back stable to reach out. Um the Moon. I don't know when this Two of Swords came out. I'm not gonna take it. With the ten, yeah, I feel like once some responsibilities here are released, and I think that is a lot of mental stuff. Just him, like, letting go of his, this, he is showing up as someone who maybe feels like they need to be more stable in order to be worthy of love. Exactly. Yeah, you could probably, those are actually, when you do the questions, like, the, I think I told you guys that the affirmations, when you can't, when affirmations feel a little harder because, you know, you're kind of telling yourself a lie, um do affirmations, because it kind of gives you the, I feel like it always gives you the power back too, easy. Like, I feel like for the people that find it hard to affirm, you're still affirming, but you get what I'm saying. Is a ask, is a question. So yeah, that's what I'm getting, Gypsy. I hope that was helpful. He needs to release himself, you, of the overthinking. I also feel like I'm also getting with this Ten of Wands reverse, like, I do 100% feel like he's getting things in order, like, in his life. So, like, the people that he usually will say yes to, like family, like if there's family that he is, like, really freely given to, he's pulling back. Like, he is, I do see a change in this person. Like, he's not as open, like, as available to just do whatever they want him to do. Yeah, he's secure. I would say he always feels secure. You could always say too, we feel safe and secure with each other. And thank you, Gypsy. I hope that was helpful. I gotta do a live for manifestation so you guys could come in and ask questions and get some tips. Yeah, he's a very fucking secure man. Like, I mean, that's what I thought you told me. That's what I heard you tell me. Listen, I be getting caught up in the 3D shit too, because sometimes it's just our old self is so our old self be so entertained by some stuff, but lately I'm like, no, we're not doing that. I have to finish my little letter. I always write her a letter to be like, you gotta chill, sis. I'm trying to get his girl. I don't blame you. Don't be sorry. I don't blame you. Cause I'm already married. I mean, I've always affirmed that I'm a healthy wife. So, all right, for Sarah. Let's see. Sarah, let me know if you're here. And when people ask you about him, like, let's say your friends ask you about him, because I'm sure you've told your friends, maybe you've told people, certain people, that you reached out to him, right? When they ask you about him, just be like, I don't even want to talk about him. Like, I'm just focusing on me. Cause you know what? It'll be like you know, you start to get the side eyes, like, oh, she reached out, he hasn't reached back out. And you know, again, I say friends, they just try to protect us, but they'll like, people be having such limiting beliefs that you just be like, damn. Even when I'm working on certain projects, I like when I did my lip glosses 2 years ago, I didn't tell anyone. But the only person who knew was my guy best friend and his wife. And then I told my sister and my mom knew. Both of my sisters and my mom knew, but they didn't even know till like later on too. And it's not because nobody can block your blessings, but they could cause doubt in your mind, and then you that delays your process. Yeah, people project so fucking easily. Yeah, like that post that IJ sent earlier. Yeah, like you know that I was thinking about, I was saying how I wanted to do facials. Like I wanted to start getting into doing facials. And one of my friends was like, no, it wasn't even, yeah, it was the facials. And she's like, well, how are you going to do that here? Because I have my own little separate space for it in the house. But it's mine. I'm like, easily, like a bed fits in here. Like, and I could always take my hair chair out of it. Like, easily. And then also, too, when I told her I wanted to expand from like my lip glosses to like, because I had lip glosses and lipstick, so I was like, you know, to like lip liners and lip scrubs, the lip conditioners, like the facial scrubs, because I get them made by a company, and it's Max, yeah, no, Mac Cosmetic, their sister company in Canada. So I was like, yeah, and she's like, where are you gonna store all that that again, I never even thought of that, because in my mind everything is easy. So, but she did, and she started to make me doubt it. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, all the space, like, let me just wait. But this year I'm gonna get back to it. So you'd be surprised how quickly, like, your mind can just, it creates, like, people create one small doubt, and your mind runs with it, because it's used to being more in the, it's not used to like finding things to be easy. But I always, my family was so against me moving to a new city. Single mom, so I cut everyone off and didn't see anything. Girl, yeah, you see, because it's limiting for them. Just like when I wanted to do hair full time. I wanted to do hair full time since 2017. And my parents were like, yeah, but you know, like, you want to make sure you have that secured money, blah, blah, blah. And I get it, you know, my dad is old school. Well, my mom is too, but, you know, like he was raised on you have to work hard. So I stalled that until 2023. You're gonna get through it, yeah. Like that's how, and that's what I learned with, like, even like with subconsciously manifesting. I learned that, like, to use stuff that I always believed in. So like for me, money has always come to me easily. Like I've always made good money. I've always made a lot of money from, you know, working my day job and then doing hair too, plus other little things. Then that, like, you know, yeah, it could be a little rough patch, but eventually things always work out in your favor. So that's another way to look at it too. That's one of my favorite, like, affirmations, actually, a blanket affirmation, is everything is always works out in my favor. Meaning I always get what I want. So all right, how is Sarah doing in her position overall? I end up on the street. I was like, what? Yeah. Right, you're gonna take care of it. Like, no, it's just, I don't blame them, because this is what they were raised on. You know, that's how they were raised. That's why we have a lot of beliefs, you know, they come from our parents. Like, I could give y'all a stupid one. Like, when people say you can't swim right after you eat, you still can. You know how many people do it? You still can. Do I would I like go swimming or like after I just ate a big ass meal? Probably not, because I feel too stuffed, but it doesn't mean you're gonna die. That's just somebody sometime long ago went and got in a pool or something right after they ate and maybe like drowned or something, or like almost drowned, and they blamed it on the food. The food was the common denominator because everybody else jumped in the pool. So why when she jumped in the pool she almost drowned? Oh well, ooh, she ate right before she jumped in the pool, so that was it about the food. Yeah, we've all heard that. Like everybody, what's the? I could go down the fucking list. There's a bunch of them, and you know what? I probably don't remember them because I've let go of them. Because I'm trying to think. All right, Sarah, I'm gonna start your question. Sorry. All right, the page of air. Oh. Oh my God. Wait, I never heard that, Sarah. You know what's another one? Um, like not to drink anything lemon, like Sprite, like no lemonade while you're on your period because supposedly it makes it heavier. I drink lemon water like every single day, and no, that's never happened to me. So I feel like, Sarah, you're doing really good, and honestly, um, you're gonna be hearing that soon. So I don't know if you have like, do you have like a 90-day probation or something like that, or like a period of time where you'll be like getting like a review, of your new position? Yeah, you see, like, there's some common ones that we've all been hearing, like the one with the swimming. That's one. I don't. I even googled this. There's nothing scientifically like There's nothing that's been proven scientifically that that's true. Um, I can't remember them. See, like they dissolved as time went on. Like I just, yeah, I can't. I don't know what like if something else come up, I'll make a post about it. Oh, like money doesn't grow on trees, but like I mean, technically, paper does come from trees, so technically it does. You're not sure? I feel like you're gonna get. I feel like you're going to, if you don't get one of those, like a 90-day probation, like an actual like sit down, you'll definitely be getting like a where someone's gonna be like, just checking in. Someone's gonna be checking in and giving you your praises at the same time. So it may not be like a formal, hey, we're gonna have a sit down, but there could be someone checking in to let you know that you're doing really good. The Ace of Earth is here, so there's a sense of like a promise in your position. You're you, but there's also, I keep getting this for you, and I've been getting this for you. I feel like since you told me you were applying for this position, that you might not be there long. And it's not because of like something bad happens, but because a really huge opportunity shows up. So this could be within that same, building, but maybe a different department, because there's something that's coming in, like an inflow of abundance. This could also be like a raise or like some type of like bonus type of thing, where you're being recognized. This could be an award that you're being recognized for. Show me this Eight of Swords. Don't get too trapped in your mind. Yeah, like the Page of Wands is here. Kind of just free your mind. Don't let your, like, don't let one or two small things that happen at work make you feel like you're not doing enough or you're not doing good enough. They're wanting you to be more carefree. Show me that. Yeah, like I feel like if you, I don't see anyone with any hidden agenda. I think, I don't know if you feel that way, but I'm not really getting that. I think there could be like we're just talking about this. There could be like little anxieties that come up from like maybe like past jobs that you've had, where maybe you could be seeing a pattern or feeling a certain like, the last time I worked with people like this, shit, all hell broke loose. But I don't feel like that's what's happening here. I think is your mind is like playing tricks on you. That's not the card. I didn't realize my period was starting, and I think yeah, girl. I always say, like, one thing I learned when I was in therapy, my therapist taught me this. When you're feeling like anxious and stuff like that, or like overthinking, whatever, just sit down and evaluate yourself. Like, what was I just doing? What was I thinking prior to, like, all hell breaking loose in my mind? Am I on my period? Is my period coming up? Because, our hormones start to change. Is this a pattern, right? Because for me, like, I know I get very highly sensitive around my period, like to the point where like I'll try to like have in like a just like a discussion with someone, and if it's like trying to get my point across, like I'll start crying and stuff. Like I get like really like that sentimental, right? And even if like I'm angry, so and I remember like when I was at the time, like I was still trying to I wasn't really trying to get over my ex, but kind of, yeah. And I was like, I brought it up to her. I was like, I feel like every single month around my period, that's when I start to get really like anxious and I cry a lot. And then she was like, yeah, it's your hormones. So then from there, I was like, oh, I was very aware of that. And it's crazy because sometimes you try not to be, and it still happens. Because I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna be that way this month, and then it sneaks up on you. All right, let's see how Sarah's doing overall in her position. You're really admired too, is what I get here. That's funny. I said that, and like the Empress comes out. Yeah, so you're definitely really admired. I feel like you are also people could be seen as very nurturing. And I heard innovative, so I don't know if that makes sense to you, because that's all Spirit said. So maybe like you're changing the course, like so you're probably like different than past employees that had your position. I also feel like people feel like they can come to you if they need to. So you do have like a more of like that open type of energy where people are not afraid. Like if they needed to speak to you about something, they don't feel too afraid. Yeah, it sneaks up. It's that's why I just check. It's sometimes our period. Girl, look, the high priestess, didn't I say like you're they're highly like they have you on a pedestal. Like even if there are coworkers that are acting a certain way, the other ones they actually like have you on a pedestal. They view you as someone that's very patient, very considerate, very caring, and able to listen. So I don't know if you've had a lot of interactions with like your colleagues where but they're definitely seeing you as someone who listens, who takes her time, not dismissive. Like maybe they've had people in the past that were dismissive about things, where you're not. Like the Queen of Air. Yeah, the Queen of Air, she's, you know, she's very experienced. She's very independent. But she's also realistic, right? Um, you know how to stand on business, like you know how to work hard and do what you need to do, but also you know how to like keep it friendly, keep it humorous. I feel like whoever was there before you, for whatever reason, they did not like her. Like you cleared a path for a lot of people. Yeah, the King of Fire. The Lovers. Yeah, you see, like you're easy to communicate with. Um, with the Lovers being here again, I get that energy of like you bringing a healthy um dynamic to the department. And I just keep hearing like openness. So I feel like overall in your job itself, like you're doing really good. I think that even like on a personal level, people are like enjoying working with you, even if others aren't, but that's kind of normal. um, I feel like there's gonna be in those moments of like, yeah, like where you're getting in your head and maybe doubting yourself, just don't, because I don't feel like you're anywhere near them, like anyone looking at you, higher ups, colleagues, whatever, as incompetent or unable to do what you need to do. All right, and let's go to the second question. Braulio's feelings for me. All right, let's see. I want to try to use this deck, but let's see. Let me see if I can connect with this deck for that question. I don't think I can, but I just want to see. Sometimes you'd be surprised. You know what? I want to try this deck with you. If I don't connect to it, Sarah, I'll just start it over. But I want to try this deck. I don't know why Spirit brought it to my third eye, so. Um. Where's my sweater? It's called Double Major. What are your feelings towards Sarah? What are Braulio's feelings? What are your feelings for Sarah? What are Braulio's feelings for Sarah? All right, you got the King of Cups. The Knight of Cups. This is the second pair is different. Does he drink? I feel like when he drinks, he gets really in his feelings. Yeah. I feel like when he drinks, So you know what I'm getting with the King of Cups being here, because it is the original King of Cups. He There's another King of Cups, but it's not showing up right now. But he's very like open, like internally, and but maybe sometimes he doesn't know how to express it. But I feel like there's a lot of love there, right? Um, and I feel like when he drinks, he gets very emotional, like emotionally open. Um, and he's, you know what, it's like I feel like when he's level-headed, right, it's like he knows how to like hold back. When he's not with this one coming up like this, he's like, fuck it, like I'm gonna let this ride go where it needs to go, and I'm not gonna be afraid. um I also get maybe like liquid courage coming up, where he may have like a drink. I don't get that he's drinking all the time or anything like that, but maybe he'll have a drink, maybe be a little lit, and starts to like express himself. Because I see him expressing himself coming up, like being just very free, not overthinking. Show me more. How are you feeling? How do you feel? You see, he's keeping his feelings inside. Give me more. Like with the Queen of Wands, this is a different Queen of Wands. So she's more, I'm off my throne. I'm like, let me go grab my own flowers. Let me let me go have fun. I got my wand down. I'm not focused on my wands with the regular lovers card. So yeah, I feel like, so his feelings for you are very like, I want to say they're getting stronger and stronger, and I think he's trying to have some sense of control in them. But at the same time, I feel like it's not easy anymore. Like it's not as easy to like keep his emotions inside, that I feel like anything can trigger them to spill out. Cause like I'm getting like, I don't know if you've ever heard the term diarrhea of the mouth, where he's just gonna be spilling it out, and like how he's been feeling about you. Good things. I'm getting good things. Um, Give me the moon. Show me the moon. Yo, the high priestess wanted to come out. Oh my God, look. You got the other Knight of Cups. So yeah, it's like I feel like he's holding back, and he's like, I don't want to even look, just fuck it, just go. But I feel like coming up, you're gonna see him being more open, either gradually, or because I got the world card, that's like a fast energy. But either gradually or just very dramatically. Where he just expressing himself, and like, here you go, you're not even sitting there waiting, you're outside, like you're in your garden, you're not really even focused on him, and but you are the center of attention here. And the lovers, we know that's alignment, that's soulmate, that's where we're in harmony, he feels good about things. um yeah, this is the other devil. See how they're not shackled, they're not tied up, and like they're kind of like defeated the devil. If you look at it, it looks like they defeated the devil. So it feels almost like you both, like you're in a place where you both are working, I would say trying your best, where I don't feel like in the past either one of you or both of you weren't really trying your best fully, where you are now. And like you're like, yeah, we want this closeness, but we don't want that negative attachment, where that could have been there in the past, especially with connections that kind of like reconnected, like may have been on and off at one point. They could still carry a bit of like toxicity or negativity, where it's like you guys are letting go of that. You are, yeah. Carefree, yeah. And I feel like he's wanting to be more that way too. Look, and the Queen of Wands here. So it's like I gotta come outside to handle some shit, but now let me get back to my throne. Let me get back to me. So he views you as the Queen of Wands. There's a lot of attraction. There's a lot of admiration. I feel too, you know what I'm getting with this? Like, cause you see her, like she's working. Like she's, you know, she's happy, but she loves what she does, but she's working. Where I feel like he wants to give you like a softer life. Like he wants to put himself in a position. I feel like you're inspiring him a lot to put himself in a position where he can provide for you and you don't have to stress so much about like certain work dynamics. So like let's just say you're at this workplace and you just hate it. He wants to be stable, that so stable. And I mean this is when like you guys are together. He wants to be so stable that you could be like, he could be like, you know what, just fucking quit. Like quit, and in the meantime, you know, I'll take care of everything while you just figure out what you want to do. Cuz I'm getting that from him too. Yeah, you see like he's trying to break some traditional norms cuz the wheel is breaking. So that's what I have for you, Sarah. Look at this fucking Queen of Cups. This is the other one. So it's called double major. So basically you have the regular one and then this one. Look at this Page of Pentacles. He just playing the fuck around with this coin. He like, I'm supposed to be giving this coin to somebody, but I'm gonna just play the fuck around. See, this is why I say pages are kids. To me, pages are kids. Yeah, I could connect with them. I think these are good to find out feelings, and also I don't know about next actions. Yeah, next actions too, because I think if I'm not mistaken, I did next actions with my sister just for play, just to see how they felt. And then they have this justice with his eyes covered. Girl, see, pages, they be childish. Look at the fucking King of Cups. I mean, the King of Wands. He looked like he's hungover. Like he got lost in his mission. Because, you know, the King of Wands, for me, like, he's all tunnel vision. Like, yeah, it looks like he said he took a detour. He said, I'm fucking tired. Let me go stop at this cabin. Oh my God, look at this Page of Cups. He's like, what the fuck happened to my drink? What happened to my... Oh no, and look at the fish at the bottom. Look at the face. It's like, oh my God, what happened to my fish? I don't even know where it went. Look, the fucking Knight of Wands. His horse is back there and he over here being nosy. Look, the fool finally fell off the cliff. So that is what I have, Sarah. Just you could post. These cards are funny. I forgot. Look at this trump card. All right, Sarah, no problems. Look at this King of Cups. He's the one that's... He looked like he just drank the nastiest. Like, you know when somebody gives you something to drink and it's like, ew. What the fuck was that? All right, let's see, Jess. How is your viewing, Jess? What do I want to use? I'm gonna use your favorite deck on you. Champion Jess. I know it's still good too. You know what it is? Because I be taking long breaks from it. Sometimes the decks, when you overuse them, they can get heavy. And you just gotta give them a break. Even if you cleanse them, they'll still feel heavy when you shuffle them. But so far, it's been good. I didn't use that deck for a while. Hi, Jasmine. How are you? Jess, I'm about to take that question. All right, let's see. Let me shake this up. Oh, shit. Hold on. Where is my... I gotta take my vitamin. Okay, it's still pretty good. I'm great, boo. Thank you. The really colorful one. Yeah, you know what? I haven't pulled that one out in a minute. Yeah, it's cold up here. Very fatherly energy here. How are you viewing, Jess? I feel like, I don't know, he feels like sometimes you get really in your head, or he notices it. He may notice like you being like very in your head or a little distant. You know how, like, have you ever sat next to someone and like my sister I have to like actually be like, hey, I'm gonna talk to you, because if not, she's in her phone. Or I also feel like my nephew is like that, like distracted. Like, so he may feel like you sometimes are distracted, where he has to be like, repeat something more than once. I don't know why I'm getting that, but like feels like you're distracted, but could be like just you in your head, or like you're in your earphones so you don't really hear or like notice what's going on around you. But he also views you as someone that's very calm, very peaceful, um, very balanced. Um, oh, show me more with the Page of Cups. Yeah, so I feel like too, like a very he still views you as a kid. So it's like but not like a naive kid or nothing like that, but it's just a sense of like sensitivity that he has when it comes to you. Like he views you as growing, but also just almost like the glue. Feel like you're like the glue to the family. I feel like you're like the, yeah, like the glue to the family, and like you're very much you're very curious. So I feel like you kind of, I think this is kind of like that energy I was getting that one time, where it's like you keep them on their toes. So it's like you're constantly evolving, and you're constantly like you're teaching. You're also not only teaching him, but like just them, like your parents as a whole, about different things, like different. You're more open minded than probably they ever were. You always got, yeah. Then they're like they're you're more open to certain things um than they ever were. So like there may be like, let's just say like your channel, right? Like with tarot, like a lot of people when they hear tarot, they think is witchy, is dark, is blah blah blah, right? But you've made them see, you could persuade, not even persuade, but you can make people see the light in it, where other people will be like, they can't explain it, they can't. So for them it's like, yeah, maybe it was like, this shit that you hear out there, like, oh, it's again, it's evil, it's dark, you're messing with spirits, blah blah blah. But I feel like, yeah, look, see, there's like a change in dynamic, and not I just use your channel because I mean your Etsy shop, because that was the easiest thing to use. But I mean, I feel like this is with a lot of things. um this could be like you also being a full-time entrepreneur, and you're still handling what you need to handle. So I feel like that's also like admiring to him. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. See, yeah, you're more of the outgoing. You're willing to learn new things, and in a grounded way. So it's not like you're reckless when it comes to like starting something new, or like, let's just say they wanted you to go to college, and but you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. So you've shown them that there are different ways to still be successful. That it doesn't have to be just like one straight row ahead, when there are so many more options out there. So yeah, that's what I have for you, Jess. Let me I'll be right back, Jasmine, and then I got Sarah. So I'll be right back. I gotta go grab something. And I'm gonna use the bathroom while I'm at it. Alright, I'm back. Oh, goodness. No, I have family here. Just I had to go check on them. Well, my mom is here, but y'all know if I poop, I wash my butt. I do not play those games.
If your car look like this, just go ahead to fuck Meg in the house. Just go in the house.
Oh
Ain't no
God.
need for you to be outside today. If I can't drive, you bitches can't drive.
Um. All right, let's see. Come on, stay still. All right, what can Jasmine expect in the current energy? Wait. What can Jasmine expect from H in the current energy she's in? All right, let's see. Came from work. Yeah, I got you, Sarah. No problem. What can Jasmine expect from H? The Temperance, the Empress. You're being asked to have a lot of patience right now. This is the temper. This is not the regular temperance. It's like, if you see, like, she's just resting there. She's not even mixing the cups. She's like, I need to rest. I just need to fall back a little bit. So it's almost like there's a need for patience. Like, put the cups down. Put the like, I don't want to say fight down, but yeah, like there's a need for a lot of patience right now. I feel like let me pull more cards, because I'm getting, you may not really get a lot of action from him coming up, because they're asking you to have like more patience than you've ever had. Yeah, the Lovers is here. What can she expect? What can she expect there? The Hermit. Yeah, there's like a real big standstill here. I feel like something is definitely working out behind the scenes, but I don't see like certain actions like in the 3D. So it's almost like you're needing to look, the Emperor is here. So I do feel like after a time period there will be some action, but I feel like there still needs a need for healing to happen here. And I'm not saying healing like we got to go down this journey and like blah blah blah. It's more about like, so you're manifesting him, right? And it's like, I was explaining this to someone the other day on a call, and I think I always use this. If you've been manifesting a trip to Jamaica, right? And you went to sleep, and the last thing you remember was affirming for your Jamaica trip, and you woke up in Jamaica, we think that we'll be happy, but in reality, we'll probably be like, what the fuck? Or let's just say right now, you were on the couch and you literally were dreaming of, like, you were affirming or visualizing that you're in Jamaica. And then when you woke up from your nap, an hour later, you're in Jamaica. That's kind of not realistic, right? I mean, kind of happen maybe, but it's not realistic. And your mind will fight that. Like your mind, you will fight that because you'll be like, what the fuck is going on? So I feel like there's a natural unfolding that happens in manifestation that a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people do, some don't. That it's still being in the works. So it's like we're still, it still hasn't, you may not have fully impressed your subconscious mind with the new story. There could still be back and forth, but again, there's like natural unfolding that's happening behind the scenes. You're being told to kind of just continue to be patient. um the hermit is here and he's sitting down. You know, the hermit usually is standing up, so he's really like, I have to get this shit together. I have to get this together. And I feel like right now, if you believe the universe, you know, I don't knock it. I mean, I believe in the universe. I mean, I believe in God, so God created the universe. But like it's almost like the universe is doing what it needs to do so that he can come back as an emperor, so he can match your energy, because I feel like the energy is there, but the work itself, like the natural unfolding, is still being processed. And I don't look at a process as long either. Right. So that's because you haven't impressed your subconscious mind enough. This is what I was telling my members the other day. If you, how you know if you've impressed your subconscious enough, your subconscious mind enough, is if the first thought you have of your person is the new story. If you still kind of battle that old story, or you still kind of like it goes to the old story, you haven't impressed your subconscious mind enough. And I say that, and even earlier, like we were talking about, like certain beliefs that we grew up on, like not swimming after you eat. And then I was like, yo, I can't even think of any other examples like that that I know for a fact we've heard of, because I've repeated them on this channel. But I think I've impressed my subconscious mind enough with other beliefs that those I don't remember them. Um, like so, I would say like you said it. I mean, yeah, the old story, I feel like too, like just even with readers, like you, I always say you have to, we all have to be careful with that, because a lot of readers, especially if you've gotten readings from them before and they know the old story, they'll identify the old story by certain cards. But that's why I always say there's always a thin line with being careful with getting readings, because some people don't know how to not read that old energy, is what I would say. How to not pick up on it. But it's also still very heavy in your energy if it's still coming up in readings too. It's just you never really know if it's the reader still bringing it up or you, but the only way you will know is if you've been doing the work that you need to do 100% and you're not wavering, you're not going back and forth. But yeah, I'm getting like a lot of stuff that's still being worked out in the background. It's not ready. It's almost like I would say like the cake, right? I feel like we've heard this before. Like you're not checking the cakes like every 5 minutes, right? The cake is not ready. It's still processed. It's still being baked, is what I would say. It's still being baked, and there's so you're gonna still feel connected to him because the Lover's card is here. You're gonna still feel very connected to him. You're gonna still feel him energetically. Um, I feel like you both will be in more of a calm energy too. Um, you may not feel like as I would say like not hectic, but like in anxiety. So it's like we're leaving anxiety where it's at. We're leaving anxiety where it's at. Like you both are feeling, I mean, you're showing up as the emperor and the empress. Um I feel like what's being more worked on is the consistency of that energy. Like the more consistent you are, the more consistency you'll get from him. Um cuz I do feel like I said, you guys are showing up as emperor empress, so there is a sense of like um movement, but it's just in the background. Like the hermit, even the hermit and the temperance for me, they're giving like I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm a little fatigued. Let me just set like with the hermit is like, let me just set this fire to warm my body up. It's time to take a break. Um the lamp, is extinguished, and in the regular, like the regular hermit, which is in this deck, it's light. So it's like, oh, I got my okay, light bulb moment. Um I do feel like he's not around anyone. I do feel like he's more in like um he's still like, I feel like not finding the truth. It's almost like try not to get in your head with this, because I feel like don't get in your head as starting to wonder. Letting fear cause you to wonder if if forever is if this is forever, or if it's finally come to an end. Like it was almost given like a little bit of pity is what I was saying. There's like a little bit of pity. I'm gonna have me a little, I feel bad about myself. Like I'm doing all this work and like it's still not working. Like don't get in that energy, because it's not that it's not working. It's almost like just maybe needing to um again, take a little break. Like if when you're finding yourself too hectic, give yourself a break. Um and they're wanting you to, with this temperance, like don't forget about your duties, right? Because that's almost what it's like, don't forget that what changes the energy is the work that you put in. So don't forget that you're the one that's creating. So if you're getting this energy of him feeling exhausted and taking a pause and like having a little bit of a pity party, this is the version that you're still like bringing in. So it's almost like take a break, but don't sit there, don't make it a pity party. Yeah, don't throw away what you've been putting in. It's This is how I feel. Like don't let little doubts that come up make you throw away all the effort that you've put in. Like it just means that you just have to keep going. And I'm not saying doing a bunch of shit, but just you got to keep going. It's just not ready yet. It's just not ready yet. I stopped affirming so much on it. Yeah, but that's the thing. I feel like you still have to affirm for the connection. It's not your end all. Like that's why I break my stuff down to 10 minutes, for even 5 minutes each category, because I'm one of those people that believes, or yeah, from that you still have to affirm for your connection, um and for your desires separately. Does self-concept help? Yeah, but I'm not a big believer that self-concept is what's gonna bring everything in, right? Because you're chilling on it too soon. Like you're this is a like I get like that too, trust me. I've had moments, I will say I've been more consistent because I've been going back to my roots. But I feel like sometimes you just be like, what the fuck? Or like you'll see a little movement and so you're like, okay, cool. But then what happens is we start looking for more movement. So what we do is, yeah, the mental diet around your person, exactly. Then what we start to do is, because this is what's happening. I'm speaking from my end, and you guys can, agree or not. But from me, like my own experience is, I will be affirming and I'm doing good, and I'm like, I'm not even feeling anxious about it. I know when I'm gonna need to take a break because maybe I'm just like it's a little too much. Or but when I'm doing it and I'm keeping it very neutral and I'm just affirming, and that energy start coming in, like the day when he posted like how I say shit, like that, I was that for me was like a direct fucking, I was like, that's not even a fucking synchronicity. That is something so direct that it was only me, mine, and his, right? I started falling back, right, on affirming a little bit. But guess what happens? My mental diet started to like kind of like trickle down because I haven't impressed myself enough to get that consistency. So I started to fall back into those negative thoughts. The well, if he's doing this, why the fuck he's not doing that? Like, and that's why I would say like you continue to persist until you get what you want. So it's we're all doing the same thing. We're all kind of falling in the trap of like, okay, but then what we do is we let our affirming go, right? Which is our affirming is what helps our mental diet. We let that go. And yeah, mental diet, you have to make sure in between, to keep your stories alive, right? But you got to still affirm. You got repetition is what creates. So like we'll fall back and then we're not, again, because our mental diet is still not 100%. I don't want to say regulated, but and it don't have to be 100%, but at least the news story hasn't been impressed long enough. That's happened to you before, right, Jess? Where you start to feel, and then before you know it, your mental diet went to shit because you're not reminding yourself in between your day of what it is. So yeah, that's where I found myself. It's crazy because I was just saying, like, I like to take a day off during the weekend, or maybe like take a little bit more time off than like affirming throughout the day. Maybe do it like once or twice. Especially it was more so Sundays. But I was like, you know what? I'm being lazy and I need to like, and not just with a person, but like my businesses too. Like I'll see like money flowing in, but I haven't gotten to this goal that I've wanted to get to since the summer because I haven't been consistent. So I gotta stay grounded and focused. Yeah, because in between, like when this is what my experience as you're affirming, you're gonna have other people coming in too. You could decide if you want that and like let go of your manifestation. But I also feel like those are also little winks of letting you know that there's people here. That's why some people will be like, oh, um, my person or, you know, what is it, the next best thing or some shit like that. I forget how the saying goes. 'Cause I don't even apply that. But this is the thing. That's like with money. I think about it. If you're affirming for money, you're gonna have certain money that's gonna come in. Maybe not exactly like let's just say I always say 10,000. You're affirming for $10,000 to be in your bank. You might get like 500 here. You get more sales, or you'll get more like a bonus. But let's say the bonus is 2,000. Are you gonna give up on your 10,000 just because, oh well, I got 2,000, that's good enough? So yeah. Yeah, Jess, that's the only time that you should. And I that's how I am. If I feel too overwhelmed, then but I can say that I want to say like the last few months, I haven't had a moment where I felt overwhelmed. I think I've had too many moments where I felt um I don't know how to say it. It wasn't overwhelmed, but it wasn't like super secure, but almost like, oh well, there's some movement there, so fuck it, it's lazy. Let me be lazy. When it's like that's not even what the fuck I want. What am I doing? And paying way too much attention to the 3D. We are all doing it. We're all just doing it. So that's why I said I'm going back to my fucking roots. So I hope that was helpful, Jasmine. I feel like things are still baking, basically. You know what's funny? I haven't seen her live, and I'm glad I haven't. Every time I see it, she's just got off or something. But I've been falling back too from that because I mean, just remember when you could be like, I don't want to keep picking up the old story because it still comes up in the reading. Like, he feels so guilty about the past. He feels da 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 da. Da. Guess what that is? That's the old story. Even if his energy has changed around it and is more positive, like it's still I'm still picking up the old version of him. Just that. Right, that makes sense. Wait. Wait, why did you put word, Jess? And I've been playing around too much with the 3. Cause y'all know my person be doing some shit. So I've been like, you know what I said? I've been matching his energy when it's never like it's never been that way. It's always been him matching my energy. So I really felt back. Like I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. Um all right, let me do Sarah's. Wait, ain't there girls no more? Or you know what? I'll do yours, Jasmine, since you're here, and then I'll do Sarah's. Because I have to timestamp Sarah. All right, so let's see. I think I'm going to use this one. Guidance from Sarah, content creator. Journal. Oh my God. It's only 2:37. Chicken smells so good. That does smell good. I'm gonna make some fish today. I haven't had fish in a long time. Wait, what did I say? Oh my God, why I be forgetting that fast? I need to get more sleep. That's what I need. I know, I do. I mean, I've gotten a little better, but it's still not quite there. Like, lately it's been at 3. And I don't know what it is, but I was on Anita's channel the other day and no, yesterday. And one of the girls was like, yeah, I haven't been sleeping either. She said, and I'm taking sleeping meds. And I'm like, yo, what is it? But I've seen a lot of people post that, like, where they're not sleeping at all. All right, you have the Ton of Water, the Empress. I feel like you just need to trust yourself. Like, there's a need to trust yourself. Trust that, like, it's gonna bring, like, that you're gonna meet your I want to say your emotional but also material needs. Um, yeah, because the Ton of Water for me is like a rewarding, like something rewarding, emotionally fulfilling. And with the Empress, it's like there's a need to trust yourself because at the end of the day, the Empress is the one that gives birth to her dreams. There's a need to kind of like almost like nurture yourself, right? I feel like this is all about like lavish abundance, so you receiving a lot of abundance from this, but just needing, more than anything, needing to trust yourself. Yeah, you see, that's why I feel like for like 2 years, I want to say, or I want to say like a year and a half, I kept feeling like I wanted to do something, but I'm like, I don't want to be a coach. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be like a relationship coach. I don't want to be like, I wanted to use something that I was experienced on, like my experience. And of course, it first went to like my healing journey. But I'm like, nah, it's a bunch of people like that. Whatever. I sat on that for a while. Even my therapist, she would ask me at the time I was seeing her every 2 weeks, and it was still like, I don't know, I'm gonna just keep praying on it, because I wasn't, I'm the type of person that unless I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this, I won't do it. So I just prayed on it, and then it was like, just the one day I was like, fuck it, I want to teach this, I want to learn about it more. Let me see what's out there. But even with everything, and I put some stuff to practice for a while, and I always went back to my roots. Yeah, I feel like that's when you know you're ready. If you're still thinking sometimes, and I mean sometimes just doing it, like just being like, fuck it, I'm still thinking about this, but let me just write it down. Let me just put a plan together. Let me just whatever. The ego is here. So this is like the trapped mind. It's a false entrapment, right? It's the false um the negative or fear based thoughts that are keeping you trapped, right? Is your ego trying to like put fear in you because maybe you've never done this, but they're saying it's when that happens, just know it's your ego. It's just your ego trying to protect you from something you guys have never done. And it's almost like it could even make you question, like, so let's just say, I would say also too, like, don't tell too many people about it until you do it, because people, I don't know, like, there could be people that's like, oh, you're just trying to do it for the materialistic things, and you shouldn't be doing that because that's just, you're not doing it for the right reasons. Who gives a fuck? Because who's not doing what they're doing for money, for materialistic things? Everybody. We're all doing it. So we all want some type of reward, right? um so yeah, don't let your negative, like your fear, like, yeah, your negative and fear-based thoughts like overcome you. Or I feel like you will overcome them though, because you do have the Empress here, you have the release card. I feel like the end of, like, if you have been having those negative thoughts already, um you would think yourself, yeah, that's why you got to get out of your head, unless it's gonna be good. Yeah, people will be like I see, and I thank God I don't deal with clients like this, but people will be like, oh, hairstylists want you to pay for their lifestyle. Yeah, isn't that what the fuck you work for? Isn't that what you go to your 9 to 5 for? To provide your lifestyle? Or am I fucking wrong? Like, I'm like, I'm so glad I don't deal with clients like that. But when I see those things, I'm like, well, isn't that what the fuck everybody works for? So, um, yeah, I feel like it's that whole, like, the scaredness, or like the overthinking, the negative talks, or even like thoughts, that's coming to an end. The spirit saying like it's time to make a move. Like, it's just time to make a move. You've been thinking about this, it's just time to make a move. There's no more thinking, there's no more obviously there's always going to be planning, but when I say planning, I don't mean like sit there and start creating a whole plan and then later on I'm going to go and do this. No, just do it. Girl, let me tell you something. This is why I stopped braiding. I stopped braiding because it became too much. First of all, my hands, I can't really, like, they just hurt sometimes. And then to braid all of that, like, I used to braid my ex's hair, and like that was the last person who hair I braided. But to do like the individuals and all that stuff, and like the box, I don't do it because people don't want to pay. They want you to do hair for 6 hours and only pay $100. And I'm like, hell no. You need to find people that want to pay like that. They need to find themselves a young teenager that, she got a little bit of, she knows what she's doing, because hello, she's probably been doing it for a little while, and that may charge cheaper. But even I know some of the teenagers that I know, they don't charge that cheap either, because again, they're working all day. Yeah, that makes sense, Chasm, about seeing, like, yeah, that's what I do. I study people that already, when I did my lip glosses, I watched and studied people that were already doing it. And one thing I knew that I didn't want, I started off thinking that I wanted to do my own, like actually like put the lip gloss together in the tubes and all that stuff. And then I was like, yo, I don't want to do that shit. Look, you have the Queen of Fire, which is, like the Queen of Wands. This is like my stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Um, Remind yourself that you are like very independent. She's very secure of herself. And I always say the Queen of Wands, she gets whatever the fuck she wants. Like, if she wants $1 million, she's getting it tomorrow. Like, she's getting it right now. Like, so I feel like be more, and also being creative. Like, be yourself, but be creative. Um, right. That's what I'm saying. Go to the, and you know what? I've had a few people that went to African braiders, and then like they pulled their hair so much that it fell out. They had like bald spots in some spots. So yeah, but if you want to be cheap, then find your stylist. I'm sure they're out there. Even go to like a hair school. The girls need credits. And you have the Ace of Earth, which is an inflow of abundance. This is a promising business venture, and also I'm getting like possibly even signing documents and contracts. So it's almost like they're saying, I feel like, I know you wanted guidance, I feel like more so the guidance you're getting here is just go and do it. You already have what you need, especially showing up with the Empress and the Queen of Wands. It's just getting out your head. Like, don't let your thoughts override you, and don't get too, I will also say, like, yeah, look at what's out there, but don't get too caught up in that either, because you're gonna be different. Yeah, like the Eight of Earth with the Seven of Fire. To me, the Seven of Fire is like you standing on business. And even like, I would say, even like, see if you find like one of those free seminars. There are always a bunch of free seminars on how to be like a content creator, or like how to like, I want to actually do some lashes, but I think that one, I mean, I wouldn't do no free course on lashes, but um there's free courses on like, credit, like fixing your credit. So I would say, like, even if you find something that's free, like, do it, because like taking your time to learn all you need to know, but going to a direct source rather than making it hard on yourself and like searching. And choose your battles wisely when it comes to this. Like, don't sweat the small stuff. Yeah, that's the part. I like to work easy. I don't like to work hard. But I know with certain things I have to, like, put certain effort into it, because, effort does create results. Even if you're affirming, I feel like when you're putting effort in certain efforts, right? So like, if I want to be like you, like, let's just say if I wanted to be a vlogger, I could affirm all day. Eventually, like, it'll open the gate for me to like become a vlogger, right? Because that's how I feel like affirming happens. Like, it's like, as the more you affirm it, because that's how that's, it's in the Bible too. As you are affirming it, certain doors start to open up. That's what happened to me when I started really getting into my fitness. That summer, I really was like, yep, I'm healthy as fuck. I started affirming for my ideal body. And at the time, I wasn't really doing much. And before I knew it, I would just get up and work out, because I have everything here. I would just really decline on drinking like sodas. I would really like, lately, that's where I've been at. I haven't really been snacking. And I lost 12 pounds this month, and I don't even know like how, because I haven't really been working out either. Yeah. So I will also even affirm that like you're the most popular vlogger, right? Is it, or content creator? It opens up opportunities for you. That's what happens. As you affirm, like your subconscious mind starts to open up opportunities for you. You thought you heard Robert? Yeah, and that's crazy because I haven't really been, y'all know I was sick for a few days. And I still have the cough, so even when I've been on my treadmill, I haven't been like trying to go too hard. This was like 2 days ago that I did it 2 days in a row, and I was like, all right, I gotta like get back though, even if it's little by little. Right, be the best robber ever, and I've never been caught. I would definitely do that. I would find like a little affirmation, like, and as you're working on that project, just affirm it. Just affirm it. That's why I feel like too, like you can manifest more than when I first learned about law of assumption, I was told do three, at least three. Don't do more than three. But then as time went on, that changed because you're thinking about your desires all the time anyways. So when you think about your dream car, you're gonna just be like, nah, I'm gonna just think I'm never gonna get it. No, you just rephrase that right there. You say like, I love my new car. All right, let me do Sarah. I was like in deep thought over here. It's almost 3. I know. Now I'm like, okay. All right, can y'all hear me? All right. Um, dwelling on the past or like wishing you would have did more or you would have did things that doesn't fucking that ain't beneficial for today, you know. You know what? Let me use the bathroom. Um, Let me use the bathroom. I'll be right back. All this water I'll be drinking. All right, I'm back. You're welcome, Gypsy. I gotta bring y'all back to y'all power, because if not, I'm not being true to myself. All right, so let's see for Sarah. Where does... All right, so Jess, are you here? All right, so Sarah is gonna be 2/12/07. All right, so for Sarah, what are Braudio's hopes for our connection for the future? What are your hopes for their connection for the future? The King of Swords. The Ten of Wands reverse. What are your hopes for the future of the connection? The Two of Wands. I feel like he's being logical about the future. Logical, not in a bad way, but more so releasing whatever has held y'all back. I feel like he's more focused on the current. If I'm being honest, Sarah, I think that the energy that's coming in is like, I'm focused on what's here, what's now. I do feel like he's focused more on how you guys are building things now than trying to think too far ahead. For him, and it's not because he doesn't care about the future, it's more so I feel like he could feel very content with how things are, like how they're building. So to him, he feels like in the future there will be even more growth as long as we continue to grow now. The Two of Wands is here, so it is all about like future planning in the dark. Is what Spirit just said. So it almost feels like he's like, this is how I want things to go, but let me just see how they flow. Let's see let's see how things go from now. Now building towards that future, but I do feel like he feels good about it. He feels good about the momentum you guys are having. And again, letting go of anything from the past that has burdened the connection or held you guys back. He's trying to lighten his load too. Once his load is lightened, I feel like he may feel like he could think more clearly, or at least see things more clearly. There could be just a lot right now for him, like going on with him, and not bad things, but maybe just like responsibilities. Like, I know you mentioned he's in school, work, that, like, just regular life balance. But is there planning for the future? I feel like there is. I feel like he's just at the initial stage of thinking about the future. But with a logical mind. The Seven of Cups. He knows that things are going to continue to transition, is what I'm getting. I feel like he feels very sure that things will continue to transition as long as you both stay, I want to say, level-headed. Why is the Seven of Cups here, though? I'm also getting, I feel like he could feel, like, right now, so, yeah, like the Knight of Pentacles. So there may not be a steady plan, about the future. His hopes is that things are going to work out. He just right now, I think that there's a lot of different ways that he can see the future playing out, a lot of different ways to bring the connection together even more. And with the Knight of Pentacles, being more steady, being more consistent, being more like him, being more reliable, being more This is like slow and steady growth, right? Putting in the hard work. So I do feel like things are going to continue to devolve with you guys, where he's going to start to put even more work into the connection. It's happening very naturally. um Show me this Four of Pentacles. One second, y'all. Oh my god. um so the Four of Pentacles is here, showing that he's very invested. There's a lot of security here. He feels very secure with things right now. Can there be moments of insecurity? Yes, because this Four of Pentacles gives a lot of mixed energies, right? It gives like someone being guarded, but someone also focusing on the long term. I'm getting more of the long term. Like he is definitely focused more on the long term. He's holding on to this. He's holding on to you. If you look at this Four of Pentacles, like he's holding in the other decks, the Four of Pentacles only holding one pentacle. This one is holding two out of the four. So it's almost like he's saying, I could have like this relationship plus much more. So like it's not like your relationship can mess with his career, and his career can't mess with the relationship, and vice versa is how he sees it. Like you guys just working it out together. um so you are showing up as like a solid investment, and not like in a materialistic way. I always feel like I have to say that because I don't want anyone to feel like they're like someone their person is seeing them as material, like an object, but more so like he's investing, and he feels very invested in you. Like the conversations you guys had, the texting, the communication, that it's not in vain. It's not to not build anything. Um because ultimately here goes that offer, that proposal, and it is abundant. Anything else? The Tower with the Sun. Yeah, look, I just feel like with the Tower, to me it's just gonna be a sudden event that brings happiness and joy. So I feel like he's, again, look, things happening really quickly. So if things have been moving a little slower, I do feel like coming up they will move faster. They'll start to move a little bit faster. But yeah, his I would say his hope for the future is to be able to offer you that proposal. Just building slowly. He may not know how it looks yet. He may not know how it's gonna happen, what it looks like yet, because again, this was here. But he knows it's gonna happen, is what I would say. I'm gonna answer the second question, then I'll grab the oracles for the other one. Um will he graduate med school and become a doctor in the future? I think I want to use this other deck. Will Brady graduate become a doctor in the future? That was a lot of cards. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, he will. He definitely will. I feel like things are gonna get calmer for him too. I feel like he's gonna I want to see something. There's gonna be a new beginning. And you know what's crazy? That I was getting like in that first reading, like you guys even working somewhere together. So I feel like this could be like something in his mind too, where he could see you guys working maybe in the same place. Yeah, look, you motivate him. He's really inspired by you. And I think I've told you this before. Like you give him a sense of spark. Like I feel like, how like sometimes you're just doing stuff to just do it. Like you're doing it because it's your responsibility. Like you go to work because you have to go to work. Maybe he went to school because he wanted to evolve or he wanted to like grow, but it was just like, okay, I'm in school. But I feel like with you in the picture is like there's just a spark of like excitement. There's excitement and you inspire that. It's not a passive feeling for him. It's like more so like I'm inspired to do this, and I feel like it goes back to that reading that I gave you not earlier today where I said he loves that you work hard. He sees you as a hard worker, but like he also wants to be able to provide an easier life. And yeah, you bring that out of him. But I do see him finishing. Yeah, look, the Ten of Cups. He wants to because I feel like he wants to be like this provider. Um, and the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely see that happening. Look, the Four of Wands, the Fool. It's a new journey, and I do feel like he's being serious about it because I have the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords is very disciplined, very focused. It's like he's very tunnel vision. So he's definitely in like his King of Swords energy, which is again tunnel vision, very focused, very determined. Like I'm up in here. So I definitely am getting yes for that. And then you wanted the confessions. Okay. Confessions from a soulmate. Let's see, I got it right here. Just what you having for dinner today? Oh, right. I had mashed potatoes yesterday. They were so good. I added a little bit of chicken bouillon to the boiling when I was boiling them. Oh my God. Because I like my mashed potatoes chunky. It was so good. All right, this is for Sarah and Braulio. What does he want to say? Okay, they're flying out. I'm going to start with the bottom. And it's changing. It says, I am working hard to change, to face up to all that I have been avoiding for so long. I know I need to do more, but I feel so exhausted and tired. Your love is inspiring me to make the necessary changes in my life. I literally just said you inspire him. And I feel like the whole working hard to change is more so like being consistent. Because look, if you see, look, the studying. That's crazy. You literally got a message that match your reading. We have forgive. I hope you will forgive me for all the things I have done and all the pain which I caused. But believe me, my love, that was not my intention. I know I have hurt you pretty badly with my words or or actions, but I'm really truly sorry, my love. So this is like past energy. Remember how I was saying like he may still hold back, like he may not hold back. He may still hold on to like things that like how things happened in the past, possibly hurting you. And that's what I was getting with the Ten of Wands. Like he's trying to let go of that. Like certain kinds of guilt that maybe he feels like at times like he's like, I wonder how she views me. Like, you know, especially since I acted a certain way in the past. So I'm definitely getting that. We have doubt. I have to bring it over here to read it because these letters are so little. And just, these cards, some of them are not written the best way. It says doubt. Please stop doubting our connection. I can sense it and it's making me doubt too. Just have faith and know I will reach out to you when the divine timing is right. Trust the process, my love. Everything will work and will work out beautifully. So this for me feels more not reaching out because you guys are in communication, but more so giving you like making that offer. Like making that offer, I feel like he's gonna give it to you. Just trust that it's coming. Um so even if internally you have doubts and you're not voicing it, he knows that feeling is there. Twin flame signs. As your twin flame, I mirror what you're going through. Notice how we are very similar and share the same vision. There is a connection between us that can't be denied. We have to work on ourselves to be together. Look out for signs of my love. It is me sending you. Yeah, it is me sending you. That's how they said it. um, so it's again that mirroring that I always say that couples have. Like how you move, he's gonna move. How you think, he's gonna think. It'll be in his own way, but it's still coming from you. We have expectation. And it says, I want to be all that you want me to be. I don't want to disappoint you. I know you have a lot of expectations from me, and I'm trying to stand for that. But at times I feel so far away from that, and I'm afraid to let you down or disappoint you. So I do feel like there's that energy of like, him being inspired by you, working hard and hoping for the best. And then he's like, I hope that I'm making you proud. Um, because he is being a different person. So like again, if in the past he was a little bit more passive with like his goals, being with you, that's not gonna work because that's not who you are. So it's like he knows he has to step it up when it comes to that. Even if it's just being consistent with his personal goals right now until you guys, really like have that official relationship. We have my world. Everything revolves around you. I keep you in mind when I'm making decisions and I include you in all of my plans. Every action, every dream. I love doing life with you. You mean so much to me. Without you, I feel like nothing. Yeah, that goes to like that you inspire him. He's like everything that he's doing is inspired by you for you. We have soon. Our reunion is imminent. I mean, you guys are already, but I'm going to still read this. And I'm doing what I can to be ready for you. I'm working hard on myself to be better, to be a better provider for you. I hear your call from me. I'm coming back to you. I hear your call from me and it should say I'm coming back to you. This is my promise to you that soon we will reunite again. I think this is like more in person. Like reuniting in person because look, there's a bouquet of flowers. Like him, you guys seeing each other in person. And then you have wait. I haven't wanted to admit to myself how I really feel for you. It means stepping out of my comfort zone. It's time. I know it's taken me a while. I do know what you need and I want to do this right. Please wait for me. I will do things right between us when I come forward to you. So I feel like this is also like past energy. Um but also him like stepping it up. So, and look, he has like flowers in his hands, like a bouquet. I don't know, it's kind of blurry, but behind the word wait, you see it right here. And I was just saying, like, this feels like an in person reunion, not, not like on the phone, but more so in person. I want to get one more. We have mission. Together we are unstoppable. We are an unstoppable force. We have a purpose together, and I'm determined to live it out with you. Um, we are just perfect together. We're a power couple. We can overcome any obstacles as long as we work on them. So that is for Sarah. I think that was everybody, right? I don't know why today felt like a Wednesday, but it's only Tuesday. So yeah, that's that. Oh man, let me put these back. We could close out, just I'm gonna come back on later. You want some messages from Jay? Wait, let me see what y'all talking about over there. Yo, that's funny. The one with the cat. What the fuck, Jess? Who? Somebody said that to you? Just said I'm leaving, so bye. No. Yo, I'm crying. They're funny. People are crazy. Girl, if you play with my nephew and his friends, you'll be like, yeah, I'm blocking all of y'all. What does Jay want to say to Jess? Damn. Oh shit, girl. All right, let's just get started. You make me have wild thoughts. I'm up at night worrying about us and our whole future. Your heart is so pure. Trust I will be right back. I'm thinking about you this very second. I know you needed this space, but please come back soon. I wonder what it would be like if we lived together. I thought running from my feelings would protect me. Right. Please don't give up on me on the freaking Titanic game. Yo, they played too much. When it's ready like a shit. What is it, charcuterie? I can't even say it. I can't say words today. I didn't know love until I found you. Don't mistake my sadness for not loving you. You make me very nervous. And can we talk about this over dinner? Yes, we can. Bring me flowers. Yeah, girl, you don't even know what the fuck I read. I love meth. Oh my god. I'm like, wait. I need to get the fuck off. Yo, not as now you thinking I said robber. It's cause like my throat feels closed in. I have to I have to like uh yo, I can't. Yo, somebody earlier said, I know why she's ignoring me. I'm an idiot. And then put the dead face. Girl, I couldn't fucking stop laughing. Oh my god. Well, let me go. I'm gonna go make something to eat. Hey, Anila. I'm good. I'm about to get off though. I'll text you. Yeah, the guy was like, he was like, Yeah, she hasn't responded because I'm because I'm an idiot with the dead face. Yo, I could not. I don't know why that it made me fucking laugh, and I'm like, I'm so sorry for laughing, but it did. And I was like, oh my god. Oh, you do? And he like, yeah, I'm about to go eat something. Well, I'm gonna start my dinner. Well, if my fish has defrosted, we'll see. All right, I'll talk to you girls later. Bye.